Hello everybody, back here again for Vlog-A-Day, and today is Monday the 28th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Started off with some rain, had a bunch of water in the backyard, ended up having to put the pump on, pump water out the front. I've got that little water bug pump that I bought, and that thing works surprisingly well. Like what would normally take like probably 5 days sometimes to go down, I'm getting gone in like a day, and then it dries out within a day or two again. But it has never got dry yet. It's been raining, it keeps raining off and on. We had, like I said, we had some more rain, so I had to pump it out. We only had about maybe 4 inches or so of water in the backyard this time, but that thing gets it down. It says it gets down to a 16th of an inch, and I think a couple spots actually gets it less than that because it's in the mud and just kind of sinks down in the mud a little bit, and it gets it so like, it's amazing. It works great. So, and when it gets real low, it kind of sucks a little air as it goes, and it pumps out much slower, but it still does suck it down. So went ahead though, had the dogs out here playing around. They played in the water and the mud. Talked to the people who are going to pick their Great Danes up today, and they said it won't be till like 4:30 or whatever. So I was all good with that because I didn't want to be out here with them playing in the mud and them show up, you know, like, hey, we're on our way, and they're like 8 minutes away or whatever, or even at the door, and the dogs are covered in, you know, muddy water and stuff, and they got to get in their vehicle to get home. So wanted to make sure I had time for them to clean off and dry off and stuff. So basically I had them inside by probably 2 o'clock or so, maybe 2:30 I think it was. We came inside and we hung out in the house the rest of the day. There was a house that Karen had spotted last night on Zillow that we wanted to go look at, and with the rain coming off and on and stuff, I didn't get a chance. I want to take the motorcycle. I don't want to drive the truck over. I just hate driving my truck anymore than I have to. So went ahead and pushed it off. Should have went and did it, but didn't do it. It's one of those things in that price range where it's more than we should spend on a house right now, but the yard and the property looks absolutely amazing, and it's hard to kind of not go look at it kind of thing. But who knows? We'll see what our life looks like, because with this whole world of the things upside down and stuff, our house is paid for. We don't have enough cash. If we sold this, we wouldn't have enough cash to pay for that place. We would still be needing to borrow like 50 grand, 60 grand, and actually by fees and stuff, I think probably closer to 70 by the time I got the door. And I don't know if I want to have a $70,000 house payment, you know, again. So who knows? It's one of those things. Part of it's the key thing we need to look at. Part of things we don't. Personally, we want to stay here. Personally, we want to get out of here as soon as possible and find something else and build equity in the new place and all that whole thing that comes along. But who knows? We might just pile up some more money and get where we're paying down, you know, like half down on something else we buy, or who knows? We might just continue piling money until we can pay cash for the next place. But I like the idea of renting this place out and having that extra income that much faster to help pay the payment on the new place would be a way to build some wealth a whole lot quicker than we are doing right now. But it is what it is. So went ahead though, hung out here for a while, went for my run. It was raining on my run, which isn't a real big deal, but when I ended up stopping in, saw Marlene's friend of mine. She's an elder lady. Talked to her for a little bit. She was actually out but in the garage, so she wasn't getting wet in the rain. The rain was kind of coming and going. It was hit and missing here and there. Some pretty crazy thunder. Got ahead, talked to her for a little while and stuff, kind of catched up on her stories and what's going on in her life. From there, headed back over the house. Everything was pretty good. The other neighbor I have down the way, his wife went out on a stretcher. I was hoping to see him out on my run. I did not, because I want to talk to him. I want to bug him and, like, you know, actually bring him out. He has a fenced-in yard, so you can't really just, like, go knock on the door and talk to him. It's kind of a weird layout of the setup. So don't know what happened there. There was a few other people there, cars there and stuff, so I'm assuming it's probably pretty serious because normally people don't show up. She's had some health issues off and on, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him to find out what's going on, which that kind of bummed me out a little bit. I wish I would have known, but it is what it is. He has my number, but he's never called me, so I don't have his number back. So I can't reach out to him through phone either. So, but got done with it. They were running late to come pick the dogs up, which I kind of expected. It seems like everybody does that at times, but as long as you let me know and you work with me, I don't mind. It's just that not knowing thing that sucks, which today wasn't too bad. They let me know a little bit ahead of time they were going to be a little bit late. So it worked out fine. They got here, get the dogs back. They were just super excited to see their dogs out. Their daughter was super excited to see the dogs and whatnot. And the dogs were like so dumb. Like they were like looking out the window and they wouldn't come around like my little half wall there to get out the door to go see their owners. I'm like, dude, you got to come this way to get out. I'm like, finally give them a little bit of a scold. I'm like, come here. And they're like, okay. And they went outside. They're just dumb dogs. But told them through the stories, the dumb things the dogs did, and just how much fun we had and whatnot. And talked about playing the mud and all the whole thing. And told them they're welcome to stay here whenever, you know, anytime I can watch them, I'll happily, you know, assist in taking care of their pups for them while they're gone. So we got done with that. Karen came home from work, chilled out, talked a little bit. She kind of forgot to text me. Usually she'll kind of let me know she's heading home and I'll start dinner or whatever kind of thing. And didn't happen. She just pulled up in the driveway and I was like, oh, I guess we'll be doing something different, because I didn't have plans. Like, usually the more time I have, the more plans I get to make. So Ended up throwing a pizza in the oven, worked out fine, except it was close to being done with the oven. Power went off again. We had power go out last night, the night before and stuff, then today, and it pops on and off a couple different times. She had to turn the AC and stuff off, trying not to blow up our electronics, and it bounces in and out. And I was like, oh man, it's right on that verge of the pizza being done. I'm like, do I try and fire up an oven? Do I try and fire up the gas grill? I was like, maybe if I just let it set. So I left it in there like 5 minutes longer than what it should have been, because the oven wasn't running. It was about I don't know, it is what it was. Turned out almost perfect. We were eating our pizza in the somewhat darkness, because it was cloudy and storming outside, so there wasn't a lot of window light even coming through. Went ahead, pizza was fine, and then before we even got our pizza ate, power popped back on, so we will watch a little bit of Netflix, chill out a little bit, and have ourselves a good evening. Ended up out here in the patio. Everything was going great, and then I had a cigar, started raining. I was like, it's not that bad. Then it started raining hard, ran real hard. So I ended up plugging the water bug back in my water pump and let it run all night when I went to bed. It's got an automatic shut off, it says, so I assume it won't have any problems. I stuck it out there by the trees in the middle of the little flower bed area and let that baby pump. So hopefully everything goes fine. Hopefully there's no issue with it. We'll see what happens. I got the cord set up on top of a big flower pot to hold it up out of the water where the extension cord plugs in, so there's not an electrical current shocking anybody if they walk in my yard. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.